Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're gonna look at the latest additions to the marketplace of Flight Simulator 2020, specifically for the PC version. So we start off with the worldwide pack liveries, number 1, which is a combination of, I would say, several packages, as you can see. So that's, I would say, cool. What does it include? It includes liveries for the ATR 7242, and then specifically also the ATR 72600, right? You can see some European airliners, some North American airliners, South America, Asia, and then also for the ATR 42600, right? And that's a different aircraft, smaller one. Also the different airliners, and here you can see some examples. So if you've bought this aircraft, then you can also buy this one. It's currently is in discount, so it's pretty cheap. Then another one is the new cockpit for the C152, 172 and the G1000 for the Cabri G2, created by 2Pilot. So there are now some variation colors for the different aircrafts, a good optimization, better textures and weather textures. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? So some, let's say, more enhancements for the default cockpit. Then the next one, again a livery pack for the ATR 600 in this case, created by F. Suarez. So what does it include? It includes liveries for these airliners, right? Bahamas Air, Hop, Pan American, VUPAS, and United Express. It does not include the real aircraft, right? So keep that in mind that you still need to buy the aircraft yourself. But also that one is not that expensive. And this livery pack is also, I would say, currently discounted, right? So you will get it, I would say, for a cheaper price. Then the first airport is the 42HV, a high voltage one. Nice cow over here. It includes a farm strip located in Paynes Creek, California. So if you love, I would say, landing on, let's say, grass strips, right, without any maintenance or marked helipads, then you can use this one. So there is a grass helipad, one grass, but it's poorly maintained. There's several slopes, side slopes from the east, huge terrain off the right wing and turn in over the Catholic Shock from the west, dive in off the power lines near stall speeds. So that's really cool, right? So this looks like it's a very challenging one, and it also includes some other, I would say, components, like you see the other, I would say, aircrafts, and then some animals. So nice one. Then the next one is from Bravo Airspace, the A320neo European Air Operators, hangar number 4. It contains 5 European operators, 4 with dirty option, 30 variants in total. So here are those, right? So Aer Lingus, Austrian Airlines, Condor, Jet2 and Wizz Air. So that's cool. They added the liveries for the aircraft, but they also added the dirty windshields, like dried water, dust, bark, splat, etc., viewed from the cockpit. They have also added the both missing passenger windows at the rear of the plane are now present, because they were likely not present initially, and the custom non-pixelated decal stickers on the plane passengers' doors, created and placed non-pixelated custom rivets throughout the fuselage to show deteriorations and wear, and created and placed both landing gear louver. Reworked the engine's decals, so they made some other adjustments also to these liveries. Right, so here you can see the changes. So a nice one. Then from Nordheim Missions, the Adventure Ganges River, right? It's a river in India. So it's the 5th part of the World River series, right? Which was released by Nordheim Missions. In this case, it takes place in the Indian subcontinent, more precisely in Bangladesh and northern India, right? It will bring you to the diverse culture and include many Hindu pilgrimage centers, as well as the World Heritage sites such as the Red Fort, Agra Fort, and Taj Mahal. So including some descriptions, right, in available in multiple languages. A flight book has been added, and these are the, I would say, piece which they've added. So you've got 2 bush trips, right? The Ganges River and the Kali Gandaki, and you've got 2 landing challenges that challenge Delhi and challenge Varanasi. So that's cool. So if you love challenging yourself and you love flying, I would say, across new place where you haven't been, then this might be one of those packs which you might want to buy. Continuing with boats. Rodrigo Morales created the Alpha Hotel Tango Sierra Havyard 842 ship. And that ship can now be, I would say, used in Flight Simulator, so you can also play captain of a ship if you want. It's too bad that it doesn't contain, I would say, the built-in stuff, right? What's included, or what you can see from the cockpit itself. So new liveries will be added to the future, so that's cool. Then Preelsoft created the Athens landmarks. So the landmarks are already there, right, in most cases, but they've got an update using this package. So what they did is they added the main poise and the landmarks reproduced, right? You can see a very long list here. Some of them, as mentioned, are already part of the default Flight Simulator content, but received a massive update, while all other ones might not be, I would say, available and might have been added. So you can see multiple ones listed here, right? So the Apollo Towers, academies, universities, National Libraria, night texture and light enhancements, PBRs, mix objects, fully compatible Athens airport add-ons, and poise icons, right? So you can see some examples of what they have added or optimized. Cool. Next one is from Dream Scenery, the night enhancement, then specifically for the city of Athens, where they've spent some time on optimizing this. I'm not sure if this one and the previous one are compatible, so that might be something you might want to check out. Also, you might want to consider, okay, hey, if I buy one of them, maybe I don't need the other one. So if you buy the one with a lot of poise, then you might need or don't need this Athens Night Enhanced version. Then Brasilia Night Enhanced, also by Dream Scenery. So they also took Brasilia as a challenge, and then they added the night enhancements also over there. Same thing as for Charlotte, right? Charlotte, most populous city of the US in North Carolina, one of the most populous in the United States. So they also applied some night enhancements to that city. So pretty cool. Then again from Rodrigo Morales, the cruiser class sailboat. So you can also say travel using a sailboat, and here you can see some built-in pictures, right? So that's cool. Then the DC-3 Mega Pack liveries by 4Simmers. They have released a livery pack which includes the liveries for these airliners. So Aer Lingus, Al Nippon, American Airlines, Braniff, British United Airways, Buffalo Airways, Getaway, and several other ones. Also, they included some of the military liveries, right? You can see the US, Germany, Italian Air Force is included. Ultra detailed liveries based on historic pictures, 4K and 8K liveries, and free updates. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? So that's cool. Down we've got the DH-A3 Foxmoth. It's I would say a small aircraft created by Flight Replicas. This aircraft is the most measures 25 feet 9 inches in length and stands 8 feet 10 inches tall. It features a traditional undercarriage, standard tail unit, and has a span width of 30 feet 11 inches. And it's powered by an inline inverted 4-cylinder engine. So this is the aircraft. And some of the pictures of the aircraft. Then we've got Echo Golf Hotel Oscar, also known as Truxton Aerodome, created by Burning Blue Design. It's a military aircraft or military airfield for the Royal Flying Corps during World War I. So after the war, the aerodrome was returned to civilian usage and was taken over by the British Automobile Racing Club, the BARC, and they developed a circuit inside of it. So Trucks and Aerodrome and the race circuit have faithfully recreated the Burning Blue design, undertaking on-site visits. So they really went on-site and build it, I would say, based on that. So over 230 custom 3D objects based on 2023 layout with accurate runways, taxiways, and custom signs, taxi signs, highly detailed control interior, accurate placed red obstacles beacons visible from miles away. Complete the wind socks, dynamic working signal square and runway designator signs, real-life static aircrafts and track-based cars based in Truxton, and driving experience with AI-driven cars on the track. So here you can see some of the screenshots. So you can see people sitting over there, some static aircrafts. Here you can see some racing cars. So pretty cool again. Then we're going to FS Birds Australia East, created by South Oak Corporation, and they have released the FS Birds features, right? We discussed this one also last week, but then it was a different part of Australia, where they now have added, I would say, a lot of other birds. So if you are a bird lover, then this might be a pack which you want to include, or you might want to buy, right? You can see cool things. Then the Sicilian Mahé Airport, known for its ICAO code Foxtrot Sierra India Alpha. It's also part of the full Sicilian air scenery pack, which is, I would say, also probably created by FSDG. So the Mahé Airport, it's touched down on one of the most beautiful islands in the world. You can approach it from the mountains in the west, decent above the harbor, glance at Eden Island resort below, and make sure to hit the threshold of the single runway, because it's only a single runway, but it's suited to the aircraft up to a 777, so that's cool. So what's included? Detailed rendering of the Mahé International Airport, includes aerial imagery for Victoria and airport area, custom night lights, lots of objects, and compatible with our Sicilian FSPP package. So it's also compatible with our own package. Well, that's good. So nice one. Then the Sicilian Praslin Airport, FSPP, also created by the same developer. In this case, it's a different, I would say, airport. It was an airport which is just a short flight from the international airport of Mahé. What's included? Authentic renderization, includes full aerial imagery for the Praslin Island, custom night lights, additional ships around the island, and compatible with their full package. So here you can see some of those pictures which are included. So also really nice, even a cruise ship. Then the Green Bay Night Enhancement, created by Dream Scenery. Green Bay, a city in the US state of Wisconsin, which received an update specifically for their night enhancements. So night enhancements are now looking cooler when you're flying in the night. Then the helicopters megapack liveries, created by 4 Simbers. It creates, or it will add 45 liveries for the Bell 407 and Gumball G2 helicopters. Features 8K and 4K texture, colorful and amazing liveries, and free updates. And here you can see some of the screenshots for the liveries included. Then we've got Islamabad Night Enhancement, created by Dream Scenery again. It's the 9th largest city of Pakistan. And here you can see how it looks like, right? So they performed some enhancements. So if you fly over this city during the night, it looks more realistic. Then another airport, the Lovell Field Airport, Kilo Sierra Hotel Alpha, created by MSFS Scenery Builders. It's an airport in the Chachangu Metropolitan Airport, right? That's the other name. It's a public airport located 5 miles, 8 kilometers east of the central business district of Chantigu, a city in Hamilton County, Tennessee, United States. And here you can see the screenshots, including school buses and parking spots. Then also from Dream Scenery, the airport night announcement for Kilo Delta Echo November, also known as the Denver Airport International. Looks like that this aircraft or this airport also receives an update now for night enhancements, so it looks cooler and more realistic in the night. Then another one from MSFS Scenery Builders, the Fort Wayne International Airport, Kilo Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha. This airport is 8 miles southeast of Fort Wayne in Allen County, Indiana. And here you can also see some of the screenshots which they have added. Then from FSim Studios X TXN Simulation, the William P. Hobby International Airport, Kilo Hotel Oscar Uniform. Where it's located, it's an international airport in Houston, Texas, located 7 miles, 11 kilometers from downtown Houston. It's the oldest commercial airport. It was primarily an airport until the Houston George Bush International Airport was opened. What's included, accurate rendition of the Houston Lobby Airport as of 2023, complete removal of runway 17 to match plans for current construction, custom taxi signs, custom ground textures, improved high-res orthographic imagery, handmade PBR textured buildings, over 50, that's a lot. Detailed interiors for all the concourses on the terminal, and updated the FCAT, including taxiway names and parking spots, as well as accurately modeled the terminal building. They also have added the Hobby Airport Doubletree Hilton, where the first day of the 2023 FS Expo will be held. Well, that's also cool. And here you can see some of the screenshots. Nice. Then from MSFS Scenery Builds again, the Cincinnati Municipal Airport Lunken Field, Kilo Lima Uniform Kilo. Where is it located? In Cincinnati, right? It's the public airport of Cincinnati in Ohio, 3 miles southeast of downtown Cincinnati. And here you can see some of the screenshots of the airport. Then on the list, we also find another airport, the St. Louis Lambert International Airport, Kilo Sierra Tango Lima, created by Field Air. It's an airport. The airport provides non-stop services to airports throughout the United States, Canada, and Europe, and to some destinations. It offered, I would say, service to a lot of passengers, as you can see here. So what's included, 60 highly detailed buildings with PBR texturing, completely modeled ground polygon, including realistic decals, dirt, taxi lines and surfaces, custom animated jetways, updated the FCAT, parking spots and taxi names and taxi signs, and they improved the taxiway and runway lighting, as well as they added multiple buildings and clutter placed over the airport using the SDK, and they improved the lighting and terrain. So cool stuff. Then the next one is again from Dream Scenery, the Kuwait night enhancement. So they also spend time on updating the night views of Kuwait. And while we're talking about that, they also did it for Lima. Let's go to that one. They also did make the enhancements for Lima right in Peru. Then going back, it's the Burgos Airport, Lima Bravo Bravo Golf, created by AG Sim. It's an airport located in the Bulgarian Black Sea coast. So what did they do? They added the 3D buildings in Rhydon have been created with meticulous attention to detail to provide a truly immersive experience for users. Well, that's a long sentence, right? So they simply updated the buildings to make it more realistic. Fully PBR textures, ground texture have been updated and renewed. Vegetarian has been added around the airport. Animated flags and windsocks. Slope of the airport has been accurately modeled to provide users with a realistic and challenging experience, as well as they updated the night lightning enhancements. So this one could be cool also. Then the Bologna Guglielmo Marconi Airport, Lima, India, Papa Echo, created by Calais Aerial. It's an airport located in Italy. It's an international airport which serves the city of Bologna. It's approximately 6 kilometers northwest of the city center in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. So what's included? Detailed models of all the aircraft buildings and hangars, accurate runway apron and taxiway markings, PBR materials used on all the models, and partially modeled interior of all aprons facing terminal buildings, as well as the animated monorail, surface movement radar, weather radar, and runway guard lights. So a lot of animation and a lot of additions to this airport. So here you can see the interior. And the monorail. Okay. Then Lubbock, night enhancement by Dream Scenery. So it received also an update. Not going into too much detail. As well as Manila, which also received a night enhancement, right? So Manila also now looks more cool when you're flying over it in the evening hours. As well as Mexico City, and then after that Panama City, as you just saw, right? So let's go quickly to it. Panama City. The same thing, all by Dream Scenery. So they've been pretty busy updating the scenery. Then we've got the piston operational bundle created by 4Simmers. This includes, say, multiple aircraft, as you can see, as it looks like. So normally there are 3 individual items, but they now bundled them. So you have both DC-3, the military and the worldwide pack, as well as the DHC-2 livery pack, and that all for one price. We went to all the details in the past already, so I'm not going to go to them, simply show you some of the screenshots. Down we've got the Rabat night enhancement created by Dream Scenery again. And then we've got a new helicopter, the Sikorsky S-76, created by M Scenery. It's a 3D cockpit, animated 90% of all the gouges, frame rate friendly, textures 2K up to 4K PBR, and then specific requirements, right? So this is how it looks like from the inside, and this is how it looks from the outside. So if you love flying a Sikorsky, then this might be, let's say, one which you might consider to buy. Then Dream Scenery also put some efforts on updating Sophia. So Sophia night enhancements also included. Then a new airport, the Umuarama Airport, Novarides ICAO code Shara uniform Mike, created by G Pereira Scenery. It's an airport. It's in the city in Umuarama. It's a city in the state of Parana in Brazil, 580 kilometers from the capital Caritibi, and the airport has a 1430 meters long runway. It's mainly used for say commercial flights. What did they add? Detailed ground textures, detailed terminal hangars, texture and PBR, high level of airport detail. And they also include some, let's say, other, I would say, looks like static scenery objects. So nice. Then another airport created by Vuelo Simple, the Laguna del Sol International Airport, Sierra Uniform Lima Sierra. It's an airport which was previously known as the Laguna del Sol International Airport. Well, that's the official name, but the previous name was the Capitan de Corbeta Carlos e Carbulo International Airport. It's an airport serving Punta del Este in Uruguay. So what's included? The highly detailed main terminal as designed by the famous architect Carlos Ott. They included the modeled interiors as check-in halls, boarding areas, VIP lounge and more. Also, they have included the interior for the control tower, new VBO VIP club building, accurate runway and taxiway markings and materials based on recent updates, main apron, GA apron with over 20 parking positions and custom-made handling objects, as well as the realistic night enhancements. And here you can see some of those pictures of the add-on. Then we've got the Grantley Adams International Airport, Tango Bravo, Papa Bravo, from richer simulations. It's located on Barbados, the Pearl of the Caribbean. What's included with this nice airport? It's the airport as represented in 2022. Newly constructed taxiway, Lima, and the Shara whiskey ramp, surrounding houses, hangars, and related buildings, fully bumped map buildings, vehicles, objects, and ground polygons, static aircrafts, as well as designated AI parking spaces, fully modeled interior, approach and delivery, directional lights, fully modeled parking lot, highly poly vegetation, and ultra HD textures. The RS Common package must be installed for the scenery to work, right? So it's included with the purchase and download as mentioned here, but take that into account. So cool again. Then we've got the Grantley Adams International Airport. No, we already went over this one, right? Yeah, sorry. That was the one we just had. Next one is the Douglas Charles Airport. Tango Delta Papa Delta, created by SLH Sim Designs. It's formerly known as the Melvin Hall Airport. It's an airport located on the north coast of Dominica. So what's included? Custom 3D models, 4K PBR textures, accurate terrain adjustments, interior modeling to be expanded or updated in the future, and dynamic night enhancements. Nice. Then another developer thought, okay, hey, let's develop the same airport or the richer simulations, Douglas Charles Airport, Tango Delta Papa Bravo. Again, what they did is, I would say, they added some more stuff, right? What did they do? They added the newly upgraded airport, full PBR, handcrafted slopes, approach and directional lights, fully modeled parking lot, highly poly vegetation, and ultra HD textures. So it's really up to you which one you want to buy. So you might want to compare some screenshots and then see which one you might want to buy. Price wise, they're, I would say, almost the same price. Then Tehran night enhancements by Dream Scenery. So Tehran in Iran, they also updated that content. Then richer simulations, they also developed a new airport, right? The Argel International Airport, Tango Victor Sierra Alpha in Saint Vincent. It's the largest gem of the collection of the gems of the islands. So what is included in this case, it's they included the newly constructed airport as of 2019, custom jetways, newly constructed solar farm, surrounding quarry houses and related buildings, fully bombed map buildings, vehicles, objects and ground polygons, handcrafted 1 meter mesh for terrain on approach to runway 04 and a gentle slope near 22. Approach and directional lights, fully modeled interior as well as parking lots, and highly poly vegetation. Then the Cascade Airport U70 created by Creative Mesh. It's in the Idaho by county, right? So you can start flying there. What's included in this package is detailed assets with PBR textures and LOD. The highly detailed landscapes, adapted environment around the airfield, animated hangars to open and close via yoke, click spot, and animated the custom windsocks, partially illuminated, custom runway lights, and animated people around the airstrip. So a nice one also. And then the Umurama city landmarks created by G. Pereira, right? So we saw that developer earlier. So what they did is they developed a pack which say is a complement to our cannery at CSUM Airport, right? Which we reviewed earlier in this video. So they also gave the city an update with new landmarks. And then the last one, that's the vessels, Australia Perth by Seafront Simulations. They bring the Swan River and surrounding coastline alive with vessels, right? So they added vessels, high quality models, night and navigation lighting, wake and smoke VFX, animated ships, Rottnest Islands, ferry services, landmark moving ships, 100 kilometer of coastline, not counting the Swan River, as well as the museum ship HMS Ovens. So keep in mind it requires the core library, which is available for free. So this looks, I would say, pretty nice. And with that, we're at the end of this video where we discussed all the new additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020 for the PC version. In this case, 49 items, I think a little bit less compared to last week, but again, good stuff and a good mix because it contains both, let's say, new aircrafts, helicopters, and ships, as well as new liveries, improvements for the scenery, and some new airports. Here ends the video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.